Hi boys and girls, it's Shane, and I'm about to do a walkthrough on the house that went viral, but look at these dark clouds behind me. These are incoming, and it looks like we may be facing some tornadic storms, which I know are very scary for a lot of you depending on where you live in the country. We're used to it around here. It's really not a big deal and nothing like what Hollywood makes it out to be, but we do want to be prepared. The ways I prepare as a landlord are, trying to take care of my properties, make sure there's nothing that's dangerous, but also I have insurance, so if one of my houses gets destroyed, I'll still be able to pay off the loan and recover some of my investment on the house. So that's important to me. What isn't covered is the tenant's belongings. So my tenants are responsible for getting their own insurance. That's how it is in the United States and I think most of the world. So if you don't have insurance as a tenant, you can go talk to an insurance agent. And that's a really good idea. But let's go see about this house, see where we're progressing on it, see what we've got going. I think some of you will find this interesting. So all this stuff is going away. We're trying to take care of the things that we can. Some of it looked like it was in good condition inside, but as we get it out, we can tell it's not. So people asked how much this is going to cost to turn it, because, this is our profit. Hi, Shane. We're going to make money on this still. Having to pay to get rid of this stuff is cost prohibitive. It costs us money. It's part of why we charge deposits. But we have a guy that's agreed to clean all this out. He originally said $300, and I told him, I think you're underestimating it. And he messaged me yesterday and said, yeah, I'm going to charge you more than that for it. And I was like, yeah, that's okay. I don't mind paying a little bit more for that. This is definitely a lot of work, but it's part of what's necessary. You can see we've already got the carpet out of this back bedroom, and you can see the moisture in the underlayment underneath this. That was from underneath, there was a mattress in this corner, and there was literally a pile of feces that they had just set the mattress over, and probably pee and everything else. I'm assuming that's what this moisture is that's here. It smells so much worse than it looks. But underneath this is real oak floors. Like, that's real oak. These floors are going to look amazing. Once we get them all cleaned up, we can sand these floors and we can bring it back to being something beautiful again, the way it was intended before some grumpy person back in the 60s thought it was a good idea to do wall-to-wall carpet. I assume that's how it happened, right? Does that sound about right? That's the story we're going to tell. Some grumpy person back in the 60s, while they were afraid of the Cold War, decided wall-to-wall carpet was the thing they needed. We do have some damage. I'm curious to see what we're going to find here. As we started to move things, we found this soft spot. So if you look, you can see that going. So the floorboards here are probably not in good shape, so we're going to end up having to replace some floorboards. But we'll continue bagging things up, loading them up on the trailer. And the way you do this is just a little bit at a time. You just don't stop. Spend a few hours, make sure you're putting things in bag, and as long as you do that, over time you make progress, and that's how you knock out difficult tasks.